Chapter 5 Season 3 is finally here, and today guys, I'm going to be showing you the 31 most tryhard pickaxes for Season 3. Let's not waste any time and just get straight into it, and we are starting off with Sylvie's Sword. Now this isn't part of the newest Battle Pass, this was added at the end of Chapter 5 Season 2 with the Loki collab, and this is obviously the pickaxe design for Sylvie. I feel like this skin alone was really incredible, but the pickaxe is something that over the last few days I've been using a lot, and I just think this is getting better and better. A lot of Marvel pickaxes in Fortnite never really got the popularity that they deserve, but Sylvie's Sword is really different. It is a lot more unique. It has a really simplistic design as well, which means you guys can use it with nearly every single skin in your locker. But again, because this is part of a collab, we might not see it being added to the game for a little while. Although the Marvel skins do seem to be featuring the store quite often, so this pickaxe should probably return in the next few weeks. Before we move on to our next pickaxe, guys, if you want a chance to win a free Battle Pass, make sure to go down, hit the like and the subscribe button, and let me know what your Epic Games name or gamer tag is in the comments down below. But next up, guys, we have the Stellar Strikers. These were introduced in Chapter 5 Season 1 with the Sunspot skin. I actually think that skin was really clean, but these pickaxes are definitely the best part from that bundle. These are so well designed, and we do have two different styles for them. So we have a lava or a flame edit style, and then we have a winter or an ice edit style as well, which I think looks really clean. Both of these styles are just so good. You can use them with so many different skins, which is really versatile and just adds to how cool they are. And the design is something like we haven't really seen before either. We are going to be talking about a lot of tryhard pickaxes in this video, but we do need to include some meme pickaxes as well. And there is only one that we have to mention, and that is the Bad Joke. This is introduced back during Chapter 2 Season 4 in the Last Laugh bundle. This did set you back around $40, so it was quite expensive, but this bundle introduced some of the best items we have ever seen. The Last Laugh bundle introduced the Bad Joke and the Joker's Revenge. Out of these, I feel like the Bad Joke is by far the best one. It just looks like a meme pickaxe and makes arguably the funniest sound when you swing this pickaxe compared to every other item in the game, which just makes it even better. You won't see too many people using it though, because the bundle is quite rare today, and a lot more people will end up using something like the Scratcher. The Scratcher was introduced in Chapter 5 Season 1, and it is the pickaxe designed for Peter Griffin. Peter Griffin was part of that Battle Pass, and since this was the pickaxe designed for Peter Griffin, it was always going to end up being one of the more popular ones. I don't think it has been as tryhard as some people expected. It is still a really good pickaxe though, and since you will never be able to get it again, I feel like if you do own it right now, then you do need to start using it more often. I am a big fan of it. I feel like these cell shaded pickaxes don't get enough attention in Fortnite. I feel like because they do look quite different, a lot of people just prefer to use the default pickaxes that we have in the game. But if you do want to stand out, then a cell shaded pickaxe is going to be the best way to go. A default styled pickaxe though that has actually become quite tryhard is the Love Lawn. This is pretty much because it looks identical to the Axe of Champions, and as you guys know, that is the pickaxe given out to FNCS winners each season. The Love Lawn, however, was part of a starter pack bundle, and you could actually pick this up for only $4. It makes it one of the cheapest pickaxes in the game, and it does have such an amazing design as well, so I feel like it is just the perfect pickaxe to use in Chapter 5 Season 3. Let's move on though to a much newer pickaxe, and this is the Axe O. The Axe O was introduced at the start of Chapter 5 and actually came to the game with the first Festival Pass skin that we had, and that was with the Weekend. This is a really good pickaxe. It is pretty much, as the name says, an axe, and it just is really, really good. It doesn't have too much detail, it isn't too big and bulky, and it isn't glowing or reactive or animated or anything like that. It is just a really simplistic pickaxe, and that is why I feel like it is actually being quite tryhard over the last few seasons. It's just going to work with all of your favorite skins. It's so well designed, and I feel like the only thing holding this back is that the Weekend probably won't feature in the store that often, which means this won't ever really become one of the more tryhard pickaxes or one of the more popular pickaxes in the game. Next up though, guys, we have Wick's Katana. This is another collab pickaxe that was introduced during Chapter 5, and this has actually been one of the more tryhard pickaxes that we have seen. This also only set you back 500 V-Bucks, which is such a cheap price. The other thing that is really cool about this is that it was part of a bundle with John Wick, but it wasn't like they added a brand new skin to the game for this. It is just an updated pickaxe for the John Wick skin that has been in the game since Chapter 1. I'm so glad that Fortnite did this. Usually they will add a brand new skin and pickaxe and make it really expensive, but for this they added Wick's Katana and introduced the original John Wick skin to the store again, and you could buy this pickaxe for only 500 V-Bucks. It is actually one of the cheapest collab pickaxes that we have in Fortnite. We do have a lot of katanas though, so I feel like people are sort of getting sick of having the same styled pickaxe in Fortnite, and they usually do have a custom animation as well. So if you just want to use a default styled pickaxe, then you might want to swap this out for something like Widow's Bite. We've mentioned a few collab pickaxes on this list so far, but this is by far one of the best ones, and it has actually been one of the rarest pickaxes that we have ever seen as well, because it has really only featured in the store like 3 times. We first had it back during Chapter 1 Season 8, it then surprisingly got re-added back last season, and now we do see it every time the Marvel items reappear in the store. It seems like Fortnite and Marvel are going to be collaborating a lot more in the future, so I'm sure this will be featuring in the store a bunch, so if you guys don't already have it, you will be able to buy it very, very soon. Let's move on though to a non-collab pickaxe, and we have the Spectral Axe. Yes guys, the Spectral Axe is by far one of the best pickaxes we have ever seen. It is also one of the most unique and underrated pickaxes on this list as well. I feel like the color design for this is so sick. It is sort of like an animated pickaxe before we even had animated pickaxes in the game. It looks like it has been perfectly designed for the Galaxy skins because the textures do actually change on this, but it is still really clean. It is one of my favorite pickaxes that we have, and it's going to fit in with all of those highly customizable skins where you can change around the colors on them. I feel like that is where this pickaxe is best suited. You probably won't see too many people using this with skins like Siren, but I feel like if you are using the superhero skins, Caper, Glitch, or even Hannah, then this is going to be one of the best pickaxes to use. Let's move on though to our first brand new pickaxe from this battle pass, and we're going with Bitey. Now this is definitely one of the more unique pickaxes we have seen in a really long time. It is sort of similar to a lot of the other pickaxes we have seen in the past, just with a little bit of that apocalyptic theme. I think the design of this is actually pretty cool. We don't really see too many other pickaxes being popular that have this sort of design to it, so I feel like this is only going to get more and more popular in the future. It is going to be interesting to see how tryhard this becomes though. I feel like it will be popular because it is part of the battle pass, and a lot of people do end up buying these, but as the season progresses, it'll probably drop off in popularity, and maybe we will see some pros and streamers using it, but I'm not sure how tryhard this will become. Next up though guys is the Slasher. This is another collab pickaxe. I know we've mentioned a few, but I promise we will be talking about some regular Fortnite pickaxes very, very soon, but I just think we have to mention the Slasher because out of all of the collab pickaxes, this might be the most unique one. It is a single-handed pickaxe. It has the smallest design out of any pickaxe we pretty much have in the game. There might be 1 or 2 other pickaxes that have a smaller design than this, but it is just so insane how good this pickaxe is. You can pick it up for a really cheap price as well, which makes it even better. And if this pickaxe wasn't cool enough already, it is the pickaxe for Michael Myers, one of the most popular movie characters of all time from the Halloween franchise. So I think it is really cool and definitely a pickaxe that not only tryhard players are going to love, but also casual players as well. I'm sure a lot of you guys already own our next pickaxe, and this is the Skully Scepter. The Skully Scepter is by far one of the most tryhard pickaxes we have in the game today, and this is basically a second variant of the Star Wand. I mean, the Star Wand has been in the game for a really long time. I feel like a lot of people have wanted an edit style for this for such a long time, but now that this is here, it is just one of the better pickaxes in the game. I feel like it would be a lot more popular though if it was an actual edit style for the Star Wand instead of a completely separate pickaxe. That is just my opinion. I feel like Fortnite would have made this one of the more popular ones in the game, but hopefully that does mean they're going to bring out official edit styles for either the Skully Scepter or the Star Wand in the future. It is also quite cheap as well, coming in at only 500 V-Bucks, but if you want to pay a lot more for a pickaxe, then the Candy Axe might be the one that you want to go with, because this sets you back 1,500 V-Bucks. It is so ridiculously expensive. We have never seen a pickaxe have this price before, and we'll probably never see a pickaxe being this expensive again, because this was introduced back in Chapter 1 Season 1, and we are now in Chapter 5 Season 3, and we haven't seen a pickaxe being this expensive since then. It is still one of my favorite pickaxes though. I think the design of this is really cool, and it was one of the first ever animated pickaxes that we had in the game as well, where the actual Christmas lights start glowing the more eliminations you have. This is a really cool touch. I would love to see some edit styles for this pickaxe. I feel like that really would help the price tag and at least make it somewhat reasonable, as opposed to being one of the most expensive ones in the game. so I just don't think too many people are going to be buying this in the future because you can buy so many other skins, pickaxes, battle passes, bundles, or pretty much anything you want instead of just buying this single pickaxe. One example of a much better way to spend your money is going to be with the Fortnite crew bundle and buying a pickaxe like the Immortal War Doru. This is actually one of the more recent ones. We actually got this with the Airy skin that came out during April, so it is a little bit old now, but I still feel like it is a pickaxe that we just had to mention. These pickaxes are going to be getting more and more edit styles in the future, which also does make it a lot cooler. I do love the way Fortnite is doing the Fortnite crew bundles now, where you do get more edit styles for the skins and pickaxes the longer you are actually subscribed to the Fortnite crew bundle. It is a really good incentive for people to stay subscribed and get some of the newest cosmetics because their older edit styles are going to be updated all the time. I feel like the Immortal War Doru has sort of been slept on over the last few weeks though, just because the Fortnite crew bundle isn't known for introducing amazing pickaxes. I feel like some of them have actually been quite bad, but this is one of my favorites. It does also have a custom swinging animation which is really clean, but I still feel like something like the Necro Swords is going to be more popular in Fortnite. The Necro Swords were introduced with the Hella skin that we got a few weeks ago as part of a Marvel collab. Fortnite has been collaborating a lot with Disney over the last few weeks, and that is evident with not only the Loki collab, the second variant of the Hulk being added along with Hella that introduced the Necro Swords pickaxe, and of course on top of this, the Star Wars collabs that we had as well. I feel like the Necro Swords are one of the more underrated pickaxes from this bundle. Not too many people have been using it, but I am a big fan of this, and from a lot of other Marvel pickaxes, this might be one of the better ones because it has a default swinging animation compared to a lot of other pickaxes, and it is also very detailed but still only has one color, which means that it should fit in with most skins in your locker. One pickaxe though that I feel like is still going to be more tryhard has to be the Gold Crow. You actually got this in its very own bundle, which was the Shadow Pickaxe bundle that came to the game around the same time that we had the Double Agent bundle as well. I really like this pickaxe. It is a little bit weird considering we also got two other pickaxes in this bundle that no one has really ever used. I feel like people pretty much bought this bundle only for the Gold Crow, and that was back during Chapter 2 Season 3, and it is still popular today, which shows you guys how good this actually is. It isn't the original Crowbar though, which is another really clean pickaxe, but in some ways I feel like the Gold Crow might even be a better upgrade of it. It has a cooler color style. A lot of people have been using it a lot more than the original Crowbar, obviously because that is so rare, but let me know which one you guys prefer in the comments down below. That takes us forward though guys to the number 15 position, and we have the Studded Axe. The Studded Axe is by far one of the most insane pickaxes we have ever seen, and that is because this is known as one of the only pickaxes in the game that grants a competitive advantage. Fortnite even has a statement saying there are no cosmetics in the game that grant a competitive advantage, but the Studded Axe is quieter than every other pickaxe we have in the game, which means that if you guys are using this, it is going to be harder for other people to hear you on the map, which I guess is sort of an advantage in itself. That is why when you go to watch an FNCS stream or a Cash Cup stream, more often than not, pros and streamers are actually going to be using the Studded Axe because it is going to make them quieter than everyone else in the lobby. I still really like this a lot. I feel like it is such a good pickaxe, and even if it wasn't known as the quietest pickaxe in the game, the overall design of this is just so good that we had to include it on the list. It is probably even better than our next pickaxe, and this is the Neon Reaver. I'm only including this higher up because I think the design of it is so unique. We haven't really seen too many pickaxes like this being added either, and I feel like from all of the apocalyptic themed pickaxes from this battle pass, the Neon Reaver is actually really underrated at the moment and could end up becoming the most tryhard one from this season. The design just looks really cool. I think it is so different to a lot of the other pickaxes that we have ever seen in a battle pass before as well, but it probably isn't going to fit in with every single skin in the game. I feel like this pickaxe will fit in really well with skins like the Bright Raider that was also part of this season's battle pass, but we're just going to have to wait and see how popular this is this season. Let's move on guys to the number 13 position, and we have the Vault Guardian. We talked about the Gold Crow earlier, and the Vault Guardian is sort of the pickaxe that I think is a combination of the Crowbar and the Gold Crow. It sort of has the chrome color theme from the original Crowbar mixed in with the black and gold color theme from the Gold Crow to create one of the best pickaxes we are ever going to see. You could even get this pickaxe for free as well if you completed some challenges, which just made it even better. And it does occasionally feature in the store as well for only 500 V-Bucks, making it cheaper than the Gold Crow, and I feel like a lot of people do prefer it for that exact reason. I feel like it is sort of similar to the katanas though, where we do have a bunch of other crowbar style pickaxes in the game that people now just want to use something different, and maybe that is why it has started to fall off a little bit. But the Vibro axe is going to be a perfect swap out because this is one of the newest pickaxes in the game, and it is so different to everything we have seen before. This is actually added with the Star Wars update. It is the pickaxe design for the AWR Trooper, which is one of the most hyped up skins we've seen in a really long time. But as you guys know, a lot of these Star Wars pickaxes are sort of underwhelming, so this might actually be the one that does sort of change this and become one of the more popular and try-hard Star Wars pickaxes in the game. I don't know if this is going to happen or not because this skin has been in the game for a few weeks along with this pickaxe, and it hasn't really become popular too much, but I'm still a big fan of it. And if you are using any of those darker themed skins, then this might be a really good pickaxe to use. That takes us forward, guys, to the number 11 position, and we have the driver pickaxe. I mean, we always have to include the driver. I've done so many of these videos in the past, and it feels like the driver is always going to feature in them because it is so well designed. This is added back during Chapter 1, Season 5, and it still only has one edit style, which is actually kind of insane. We did get a second pickaxe that looks very similar to this, known as the Dauntless Driver, that is pretty much identical, just with a different color and a few more edit styles, so you can always swap out between the two. But if I had to pick, there is one OG pickaxe that is just slightly better, and that is the Icebreaker. I mean, it is very similar. It does have one design. You can also pick this up for 500 V-Bucks, but I feel like there are some other better pickaxes in the game that we haven't really talked about too much on the channel before. Still though, if you want a pickaxe that is going to work in with every single skin and that is going to be try-hard pretty much until Fortnite stops being popular, then the Icebreaker or the Driver are going to be some of the best choices. Let's move on to a brand new pickaxe in Fortnite, and this is the TVA Time Stick. If you guys don't know, this is actually the pickaxe that came to the game with the Loki collab a few weeks before Season 3 started. I really like this pickaxe. It is so unique and so different to a lot of the other Marvel pickaxes, and I think the Loki TV show is actually really clean, so we had to include it in the game. I feel like Fortnite really nailed this collab. The skins are really clean. The Miss Minutes back bling is really good as well, and I really like the design of this pickaxe. Obviously, since it was added just before Season 3 started, I feel like it hasn't got the popularity that it deserves, and it might never get the popularity that it deserves because there are so many items that have just been added to the game, but only time will tell, so hopefully towards the end of Season 3, we do start to see this become a lot more popular. One pickaxe that is always going to be popular though has to be the Star Wand. I mean, we talked about the Skully Scepter earlier on in this video. The Star Wand is the original style that has been in the game since Chapter 1, Season 8. It has always been a try-hard pickaxe. It was sort of a meme pickaxe when it first started as well, but this isn't going to change in the future because it has just been so popular for such a long time already. I am a big fan of this though. I feel like this pickaxe is really clean. I'm surprised that it has been as popular for as long as it actually has, but it does make me happy that a pickaxe that was originally intended to be a meme pickaxe and a little bit of a joke has now become one of the most try-hard items in the game, and I feel like it is a pickaxe that nearly every single pro and streamer does actually own. One pickaxe though that not too many pros and streamers are going to be using just yet is going to be Yoda's cane. Yoda's cane is so sick. I mean, Yoda is one of the most famous movie characters of all time, so for him to actually have a pickaxe in the game is actually really cool. The other cool thing about this is that this is reactive with Yoda's back bling as well. If you guys use Yoda's back bling and use this pickaxe at the same time, whenever you swap between a weapon to a pickaxe, it'll take the pickaxe away from the back bling, and then when you swap back to a weapon, the pickaxe will be returned to Yoda. I think this is a really cool touch. Obviously, not a lot of you guys are going to be using back blings anymore because I feel like it is a little bit outdated now to use back blings in Fortnite, but it is still a really cool touch and a really nice detail from Fortnite to actually include this, and I feel like it only makes this item better. Next up though, guys, we have the Hydraulic Slammer. This is actually part of this battle pass as well and was part of the Machinist collection in this season. I think the Machinist is going to be one of the more popular skins that we do see from this battle pass, so it makes sense that this pickaxe also becomes quite popular. I feel like it is also quite a silent pickaxe, so that could also mean that tryhard players do end up using this as the season progresses, but at the moment I just feel like this is a really good pickaxe to use, and you do unlock it really early on in the battle pass as well, which is just going to make this even better. It is probably going to be really popular for the first few days. A lot of people will probably end up using this in the more competitive game modes as well, but time will tell if this stays a tryhard pickaxe or not. Even if this pickaxe does become popular, it'll probably never become as tryhard as something like the Axe of Champions though, because because this is one of the most tryhard pickaxes we are ever going to see. I mean, you literally have to win FNCS and be one of the best players in the world to have it. There are only 30 people right now in the world that own this pickaxe, which is kind of insane. I am a big fan of this though. I think the design is so sick. And we talked about the Love Lawn earlier, which is sort of like an item shop variant of the Axe of Champions, but nothing beats the actual pickaxe. I feel like the secondary edit style that we now have in the game as well is so much better than the original style. It is sort of this glowing chromium effect. The original was just a golden pickaxe, but let me know which one you guys prefer in the comments down below. We need to talk about another really rare pickaxe, and this is the Merry Mint. Now, when we talked about the Candy Axe earlier on in this video and saying that it needs edit styles, the Merry Mint would have been the perfect pickaxe for an edit style of the Candy Axe. I mean, they are basically identical. The designs are so similar, but Fortnite added this in as a promotional pickaxe, and you actually had to go out and buy a code for this. I feel like that has really held it back. It would have been so much more popular in Fortnite today if this was just given out to everyone that already owned the Candy Axe. But as you guys know, this has never happened, and a code for this is never going to be available again because this has been in the game now for like 5 years, and we have never had the opportunity to get it again. One pickaxe that I feel like is just a little bit better than this though has to be the Harley Hitter. The Harley Hitter is without a doubt one of the best collab pickaxes we're ever going to see, and the fact that it has been so tryhard for such a long time as well just makes this even better. This was first introduced back during Chapter 2 Season 1 when we had the first Harley Quinn skin added to the game. My only criticism of this is that we never got a secondary style when we had Rebirth Harley Quinn added to the game. I feel like that would have just made it a little bit better, but still though, this is such an amazing pickaxe that is only getting better the longer that it is in the game. So if you guys don't already have this, make sure to pick it up the next time it's in the store. However, it isn't the best collab pickaxe because we actually need to include the Leviathan Axe at the number 2 position. I'm still a big fan of this. It's probably unlucky to not be coming in at the number 1 position, but it is just such a clean pickaxe, and so many people want this as well. There have been rumors that this will be reappearing in the store in the future, but we don't really know too much about that just yet. We have had a few other updates with God of War outside of Fortnite, but they haven't collaborated with Fortnite since Chapter 2 Season 5. So I feel like if it was going to reappear in the store, it might have already happened. But still though, this pickaxe is definitely worth buying if we do ever get the opportunity to get it again. But that takes us to the number 1 position, guys, and we have to include the Assaultron Blade. This is actually the pickaxe designed for the T60 Power Armor, or the Fallout skin from this Battle Pass. We have had some amazing collab skins over the last few years, but I feel like the excitement for the Fallout collab has been up there with some of the most excited collabs we have in the game. I really like the design of this. I feel like this skin probably won't end up becoming that tryhard. It will be very popular though, but this pickaxe is a different story. It is so simplistic, it looks really clean as well, and is going to fit in with nearly every single skin in your locker. So if you guys do like the way this looks, I feel like it is worth buying the Battle Pass for this pickaxe alone, but it is just a bonus that everything else in this Battle Pass is truly amazing. But there you guys go, that is my entire list for 31 tryhard pickaxes in Season 3. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite, and hit the like and subscribe button if you are new. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.